Hey everybody, welcome back to Chess of Blades. The first episode of this still isn't. Why is this music so loud to me? Quiet yourself, son. The first episode for me still isn't up, so I don't know if you guys like this, hate it, or just are absolutely disgusted by it. I guess we'll find out. Let's go! Now, if you don't remember last episode, it's May, right? Okay, it's May. I had to look at my calendar. If you don't remember last episode, I took my sleeping medicine and I can't. It's May. Fuck happened. Finally. A moment to breathe. I'd forgotten how incredibly exhausting this whole socializing business was. Yeah. The room before me is a cozy one, illuminated by a few candelabras. Candelabra. I don't know what that is. Candles. And the auburn flicker of the fireplace. That magnificently sized bed looks more than a little inviting, as do the plush chairs nearby. If I close my eyes and inhale the slight dusty scent, I can practically envision myself back home. You good, boy? You good, Rhydian? I wander over to the small doors at the back of the room, peering through the glass. Goodness, I even have a little balcony of my own. I suppose these guest rooms were probably made for the spoiled nobility in mind. Pulling the doors open, I step out curiously onto the elegant terrace, gazing up at the clear night sky. Look at those curtains. The wind ruffles through my hair, and I close my eyes for a moment to enjoy the cool sensation washing over me.
3 days of a festival, and then a masquerade. Huh.
3 days. As much as I hate to admit it, the festival sounds like it might be rather fun. How dare you? How dare you actually enjoy something? My parents never felt obliged to take me to any festival as a little boy, so I always had the sense that I was missing out on whenever my friends would talk about them. And the masquerade ball. I certainly wasn't informed I'd need a mask, that's for sure. Thanks, dude. Perhaps I can buy one at the festival. I suppose if I'd have to choose any type of dance to partake in, the masquerade seems like the most interesting. It's the best kind to hide from them crazy ladies that were trying to get to you the other day. Maybe a mask will even let me hide from Arden and the damned woman. The best of both worlds. You fucking break out a Hannah Montana on me, boy. Smirking to myself, I idly glance over to my left, hearing a faint shuffling noise. Ah! What the... It's an adjoining balcony with the room next to me. And there's someone over there leaning against the... balustrade? I don't know what that is. How the hell didn't I notice before? After my undignified yelp. He's a yelper. When I say yelper, I don't mean he goes on Yelp and criticizes restaurants. I meant he yelps during... fuck it. Cat's meowing outside. The shadowy figure on the opposite side of the balcony turns slowly towards me. Those are some You want to stop fucking getting on VR, chat? Stay on it or get off. With the moonlight illuminating his features, I can identify that it's a man. For the slanted shape of his mouth is unmistakably male.
My apologies,
and,
sir.
You know,
I didn't
the
realize
facial hair.
We were adjoined neighbors.
Instead of an immediate reply, the man takes a slow step towards me, crossing a thin connecting wall between our balconies.
Really? There's no need to be angry, sir. I promise I wasn't.
Sorry, I had just my butt. The fuck?
Excuse my rudeness.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Dad. Called me Daddy. The tall-tanned man bows lowly before me, lifting his head with a subtle glimmer in his eyes.
I just had to be sure it was Lord Verison's son I had the privilege of finally meeting.
Sorry. Oh. Okay. Someone else who only identifies me as my father's son. Well. I straighten up, feeling decidedly less differential.
Well, you're not mistaken. I prefer to be called Vivian rather than Verison's son, however.
My apologies,
Yeah, my coffee's
Rhydian.
cold.
I already knew your name, but I didn't wish to seem rude by addressing you so coarsely.
I mean, people do be preferred and called by their name, but that's just me.
Oh, well. I suppose that's all right then.
Yeah, okay. This man is surprisingly polite. Something about his manner and clothing makes me think he's from a different place. Is he a foreigner?
It must be an act of fate that you were brought to me so swiftly. You are precisely the one I have been looking for.
What?
Me? Are you sure you don't mean my father? He's not here if so.
Oh my god! He shakes his head, lips curling into a cryptic smirk. Okay. Who exactly is this man? He gives off a much more dangerous air than your average, courtier?
I wanted to give you a warning.
I don't know, like,
A
old-timey
hint,
words.
if you will. You're sharp, I'm sure, with a man like Lord Varys.
A magical high school girl, what the fuck?
So I doubt you'll take long to catch on.
What the fuck? Yo. Yo. The fuck? You playing? A magical high school girl? I'm just gonna ignore that.
What the hell are you
I don't
talking-
know. It crashes when I launch it. You fucking... That's my friend, and he's playing some kind of weird fucking game that just showed up in the corner of my screen. I got it from Humble. Oh my god. Just fucking... Alright. Back to this. Before I can so much as struggle, I find myself abruptly turned about, pinned against the fucking... I'm gonna say... the wall. Because I don't know what that is. Staring down at the long fall to the cliffs below. Well, this ain't sexy at all. This is just negative adrenaline I'm looking at. Touch my butt, Daddy.
You think this long celebration is just for the sake of the king's egoism?
Yeah.
No. It's something far more than that.
But... hear him out. I can feel my heart pounding in my chest. Yeah, well, looking over the edge of a cliff I'm sure doesn't help. Strangely enough, I don't sense any killing intent from this man. He's grabbing you by the... Never mind. I'm sure we'll be hearing that a lot more than once. I suppose I can hear him out, just in case there's something important I don't know. My cat is literally howling. I don't know what the fuck his problem is. Since when did diplomacy become so hands-on, though? For the love of the gods. I glimpsed a pleased smirk on his face when I slowly relaxed in the cage of his arms, a sour grimace curling on my own lips.
You see, the
He secretly
nobility
likes
here
it.
are not merely those from your own kingdom.
And that's when he found out he liked
Some
it
of
rough.
these lords and ladies hail from beyond these borders, myself included.
Whisper to me, Daddy.
And some of them are former citizens or allies of smaller nations whose armies were crushed under your kingdom's fists.
I'm not even listening to you. I'm not even listening to you. I'm just making daddy jokes over here.
So? Precisely what the hell does that have to do with me?
Well, pretty blonde boy, let me show you.
Pretty head for a moment, little dove. The man who expertly controlled your forces' movements, who knew through spies everything his enemies would do, who outwitted them at every turn.
I spaced out. The stranger's lips aren't far from my ear, and his warm breath tickles lightly against my skin.
That was your father, Rhydian. And now his darling son is far from home, in a nest of enemies among friends.
A shiver runs down my spine as long. What? Rough fingers tighten around my... I don't know.
I already told you I'm not my father.
I think
Your
we know that.
overshadowing bloodline may be irksome to you, but it is everything to those who hate Lord Varys.
Guess who's fucked in more ways than
Very
one.
vulnerable, all alone. If I were one of those enemies, you'd be lying in a picturesque pool of your own blood right now, or smashed into little bitty pieces on those cliffs below. And neither of us want that, do we?
Not really, future daddy. The low, so, softly threatening tone in his voice makes my fingers curl into a fist. I struggle desperately not to show my growing anxiety. Well...
Quit with your fancy words and tell me what the point of this all is.
People are trying to kill you. It's literally a game of Clue.
The point of it all? It's rather simple. A storm is brewing, Rhydian. There are forces at work that seek to unravel this peaceful celebration into a diplomatic disaster. And I have a feeling things will turn bloody before long.
He lets out a low laugh, releasing me from his embrace. I don't think that was an embrace. Releasing me from his clutches is more like it. Only to turn me around and press my back against the whatever the fuck that is, staring down at me with cool, glittering eyes. Hey,
Mark
sexy.
my words. Something unpleasant is going to happen very soon within the walls of this fancy resort that all you pretty little nobles are trapped in.
Aren't you a pretty little noble?
And you, the heir of one of the kingdom's cleverest, most ruthless men, you will find yourself in the middle of it, whether you like it or not.
Beads of cold sweat break out on the nape of my neck with those words sink into my skull. This is the absolute worst nightmare I could have imagined. Well, shit. Except for my hair being just a mess. Oh god. There's no way he could really be telling the truth, right?
Whether or not you inherited the sharpness of your father is something we'll all learn by the end of this celebration. Don't you think?
I am such a little bitch. What are you talking about? I ain't gonna do shit.
Based on if I make it to my carriage alive on the final day.
The tall stranger seems amused when I grind my teeth angrily, but he gives a nod of confirmation.
I'd like to ask how you know all this, but you're so full of cryptic drivel that I doubt I get a straight answer. So let me ask you instead.
Damn it. I was trying to think of something that sounded cool and collected, but now I'm drawing a blank.
What is your name?
Sharp as your father! Man blinks. The fuck? Well, if I wasn't expecting it, he probably wasn't expecting it either. Soon, though, a pleased expression drifts on his well-chiseled features, lips curling into a wolfish grin.
My name? It's Franz, my little lord.
Daddy.
At your service.
He reaches out towards my hand, bringing the back of it to his lips. Don't fucking touch me! But I quickly pull away and give his chest a vehement shove, dodging out of his grasp.
You should be the one to fall off the balcony, perverted bastard. I promise you won't be missed.
He didn't do shit to you! That's lying. It's not like he hurt you. He just brought your new sexuality out, you know? You understand? You should understand yourself now a little more. Franz's lips pursed together mockingly and theoretical sigh, making his broad chest rise and you know, you're really focusing on all them chiseled features, aren't you?
The least you could do is thank me. But I guess the angry kitten act is just your unique way of showing gratitude.
Right.
I'll be returning to my own room then. Unless you're planning on inviting me inside yours.
Let's see how fast we can get those clothes off tonight.
I'd sooner invite in one of these purported assassins who want to leave me in a picturesque pool of my own blood.
Okay. Snickering, he lifts his shoulder in an innocent shrug, turning to make his way back towards the side of his balcony.
Should you need my help, do seek me out. But remember, I'm only one piece of the puzzle you may need to solve.
Solve what? People are trying to kill me? I gotta try to avoid them. Dude, reminds me of that game, The Council. His vague words are accompanied by a faint, unreadable glint in his eyes. With that, he shoves his hands in his pockets and gracefully strides over towards his room's door. I glare at his back until it disappears.
What the hell is happening with this damn place?
Clue! The warmth and sensation of Franz's fingers curled around my chin still lingers, making me shudder in a good way or a bad way. More unsettling, though, are the lasting fragments of the words he left behind. Alright, I'm gonna lock everything in here and hide under the bed for the rest of the 5 days. I can see return inside my room chamber, slamming the balcony doors shut and locking them, pulling the curtains over the glass. The last thing I want is to wake up with that crazy handsy demon. I almost said handsome. Handsy demon of a man staring in at me. Just staring at your window. Hey. My mind feels a little numb as I undress. I throw my clothes to the side, crawling into bed and curling up under the covers. I think that Franz was lying to me just for sport, but I can't really fathom why he'd want to do that to someone he doesn't even know. I could probably shake his words off under normal circumstances, but there's been a couple of things bothering me since earlier. The whispering that I heard before. For some reason, the fact that I couldn't find the source of it made me feel strangely nervous. Then there's the fact that Hazel slipped off so suddenly. It seems strange that she wouldn't try to coax me to come with her inside the ballroom unless she wanted to purposely evade me. But why?
And now I'm neighbors with some perverted foreigner.
He hasn't... Did he touch your dick yet? I don't think so. You have no right to call him perverted. He didn't fucking stuff his hand down your pants. Calm down. That your no-no square. It's hardly believable, but if he was really telling the truth, then am I actually in danger? But why? Father would have surely known who the other guests could have been before he sent me here. In that case, was there a reason why he made me attend alone? Is this a sink or swim coming-of-age ritual for me? Well... His father's like, well, if he comes home, he did it good. If he doesn't, well... Oh well, I didn't even touch anything! I didn't touch anything! Go away! Pull my head from under the covers and gaze glumly at the ceiling. As much as I hate to admit it, I'd rather risk embarrassing myself by taking Franz's words seriously instead of ignoring him and ending up in a bloody splatter. Swallowing, I slip out of bed to make sure my room door is locked, pressing my ear to the wood just to see if anyone's lurking outside. But I don't hear anything except for the fast beating of my own heart. You're being hunted, boy. I give up and return to the plush mattress, crawling back under the sheets.
We're going to have a long talk about this, Father.
Mm-hmm. When I make it back home, and I will make it back home, I'll give him a real— Can I kill Rhydian? If I, choose enough bad answers, can he die? I'll give him a real piece of my mind. Until then, I'll make sure any would-be assassin learn to fear the name of Rhydian Varison. Ha ha ha. Bullshit. Bullshit. I don't even fear the name. Ah! It's fucking bright. Scared the shit out of me, actually. Ooh! I'm not dancing, you're dancing. I like how that knight's there, like he's somewhat important. He doesn't even have a face. Vivian and his harem boys. Sorry. But that one of him sitting in the chair with all the men surrounded by him. Fun. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.